So I completely forgot that it springs forward in the States. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's on me. How y'all feeling? Life is good. It's thunderstorming here right now. So if you hear the thunder and the lightning, that's why. We are in rainy season. I guess that's my indicator that the time might change, because rainy season is very real when you live in the tropics. Hello. Yeah, I heard it's been real gloomy. It's been gloomy here this past week. Weather shifted. Hey, everybody. My name is Coco Alexa. Welcome to Schmoney Mondays. I'm ready to honestly just jump in. I want to see what this week has in store for us, because I've been feeling so focused. There's like this very focused energy, and it's very like, all right, I gotta get shit done this week energy. And that shit feels really good. It feels really good. All right, here we go. Spirit, we call upon you graciously with love and light, and for the greater good of all involved. What is it that we need to know? What do we need to know, Spirit, about this week? That Page of Wands jumping out. The High Priestess. Look at this. Four of Cups. Waiting on a sign. Waiting on a sign to let you know that it's okay to move forward. I'm hearing that very loudly. This is very important for you to trust yourself at this time. There's a lot that's coming towards you, but you just can't see it. It's like you feel it, you know that it's around you, but you can't quite figure out exactly what it is or how certain things are going to line up for the outcome that you might have already seen or the outcome that you already feel. Wow. Yes, you know that a shift is coming. You know that a shift is here. You know that a journey has ended. You're like, okay, yeah, I know that that's over. I'm never doing that again. What lessons did you learn in 2022? Hey, what lessons did you learn in 2022? And they were lessons. They were lessons, they were challenges, they were things that really, really taught you some shit about life. Really taught you about how the world works. Some of you decided that you were tired of fighting. I'm hearing that as well. You're tired of fighting your fate or your destiny or your calling. I'm hearing that very loudly. You know what? Let me stop and actually, yes. Let me stop fighting this. Let me stop fighting my own growth. Let me get out of my own way. 2022, there was a lot of lessons about getting out of your own way. Allowing yourself to enjoy things. Allowing yourself to enjoy life. To take advantage of what life has to offer you. Does this make sense? You got a taste of what you wanted. Like, you got a taste of what you wanted. You got a taste of a future, a possible future. You liked it. You tried it on. You're like, oh yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, that's what I want to see with the 7 of Cups. That's what I want to see. Big dreams, big goals. Big dreams, big goals. You've seen it very clear. And you know that it's going to take a different, there's a different version of you present in that. And you like that version of you. That version of you is very powerful. That version of you is very confident. That version of you is very confident. I'm also hearing Spirit say too, on this journey, you are not afraid to ask for help. So for those of you who really, you know, it's just like, no, I don't want to ask for help, or you have a hard time, I am seeing where it's just like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm here now. I do really need the help. It would make so much more sense. I'll be able to get to where I'm trying to go faster with this help. This is true help. This is true community. This is someone who really wants to see me go far. They want to see me get to my destination. That feels a lot better. It feels a lot better to be in community. You might have even realized that there are more people. There are more people willing to help you than not. If you trust them, if you allow them to be there for you, if you allow them to show up for you. But how can you allow them to show up if they don't even know that you need help? So again, like, really receiving that lesson of like, hey, I need help. And again, just knowing that if you don't do this, it's going to just take it's going to take longer, or it's not going to be as easy. You're doing everything by yourself. I'm hearing Spirit say that you need a team now. And this team, like, this team looks like it could be people, it could be tools, it could be anything. Like, it almost just feels like, shoot, it could be a nanny, it could be a maid. You could get somebody to do meal prep for you. It could be your personal trainer. It could be your financial advisor, your accountant, your therapist, your tarot reader. Who is a part of your team? Who is going to help you get to where you are trying to go? Your spirit guides, your ancestors. Yes, teamwork made the dream work. Things are changing. Things are changing. Things are changing rapidly. I'm also hearing that as well. Listen, you can speak things into existence. Why aren't you using that? You can speak things into existence. Y'all, listen. You want to talk about superpowers and using your gifts and using your talents and all of the things, like, that year. That year. If you know that your magic is powerful, you're gonna really be stepping into your power this year around that. Like, you're gonna really be like, nah, I'm gonna just conjure some shit with this. Oh wow. Okay. Spirit says we're switching gears here. I just pulled this card. This is the only card that was like facing up in the deck. Look at this, the Lovers card. Spirit said we switching gears. Who's in love? Who is in love? Who is recovering from love? Who has been trying to ignore their heart, but their heart needs a lot of love right now? Maybe you haven't had time to grieve a partner, a relationship. This also feels like something that is very, very old too. Like, not even just recently. This feels like some very old shit. Like, you might even be questioning why. What do you do? How do you move when you're in relationship? When you're in a romantic connection with someone, how are you moving? How are you moving? Are you moving in the same way that you were moving before? Have you grown? Have you learned? Look at this. King of Cups is here. What have you learned about your heart? What are you ready to tell the truth about when it comes to your heart? You know, a lot of times I always tell people, be honest about what you want. Be honest about your intentions so that everybody is on the same page. You never know if somebody wants what you want. Or maybe y'all want completely different things. But it's time to grow the fuck up. I'm hearing that very loudly. When it comes to matters of the heart, it's time to grow up. It's time to be mature. Be clear about what you want. You cannot say, well, I can't believe they did this. Well, they told you exactly who they were. You didn't believe them. Come on, we know this. It's time. We're getting the Wheel of Fortune. So for some of you, I'm hearing Spirit say, for some of you, this is a completely new romantic cycle. You're doing things differently. So this grieving that you might need to feel over past relationships, even grieving yourself. There might have been pieces of you that you left behind that you are like, I don't even want to go back for that shit. That was toxic behavior. I don't even want to carry that anymore. So you might even be grieving an old version of yourself as well. You're different now. But you have to move differently. Yo, listen, I heard that it's very hard out here on the dating scene. I like specifically want to pull cards. I want to do like a specific love reading. So if you... If you're like, ooh, I want a love reading, this might help you. This might help you. Because listen, like... Yes. This, look at this. Look at the Lovers coming out here again. Look at this, Ace of Pentacles. There is just some new energy around this, and maybe this is something that you might need to carry, carry for yourself. Just have it in the back pocket. Spirit, what do you want to tell us about love for this week? Yeah, look at all of these coins, all this grounded energy here. But also so loving and so nurturing and very intuitive here. This is feels. This is feels. This is, I feel this shit. I feel this. Wow, look at this. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. This is what I'm saying. This is new love. This is mature love. This is, I'm not fighting. If it don't feel right, it ain't right. I'm not about to be fighting for love. I'm not doing that. If it's hard, if it's difficult, I don't want it. I want easy love, because easy love has to exist. Being very clear about what you want and what you desire. Look at this. Ace of Swords. All of this newness is here. All of this newness. I want to do relationships differently. Look at this. Hermit mode. Having time alone all this time. If you've been single for a while, if you've been single for some time, look at this. Judgment is here. Look at this. Yes, right? If you've been single for a long time, and I mean like really single, like nobody. Maybe you've been dating, sure, but you've been doing your own thing for some time. You have had a lot of this y'all love reading right here. This y'all love reading. Everybody that's in the comments asking for a love reading, this y'all love reading right here. All this time that you've had to reflect on yourself, on your life, on your patterns, you know, on your relationships, on the partners that you've chosen. You know, you're like, fuck, like, why them? Why did I choose them? Why did I choose? They were the same. These were the things that they. It was the same whole time. I thought I was choosing different. No. Being very reflective. They're saying something and taking your time. I'm also hearing that too. You will be greatly rewarded for taking your time and not rushing into something that wasn't real or not, or settling. I'm hearing that very, very loudly. Good job for not settling. Good job for not settling. Some of you are about to show people you're going to connect with someone very soon. All of this new energy. And this makes sense because spring is here, you know. All of that energy, all of that high energy, when it starts to get warm, we all outside, we all want to connect and do things. We got fresh clothes, we looking good, we got new hair, we coming outside, right? So these are a lot of new connections. These are a lot of new connections. These are new opportunities to connect with people who are more your speed. I'm hearing that as well. I'm hearing Spirit say to listen to your heart. As cliche as that might sound, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart, because they're saying something about like now you have repaired your heart in such a way that it chooses itself. So when we're getting the 7 of Wands, when things are difficult or when things are hard and you feel like you're fighting for your fucking life, you're like, actually, I'm going to choose myself in this situation and bounce. And I don't mean just like, you know, oh, a cute little debate or like, nah, I mean like, oh, motherfucker, you about to get me out of character. You about to get me out of character. I'm talking about that energy. I'm talking about the toxic energy. I'm talking about the shit that you've been fighting. You're like, actually, I don't want to do this no more. Actually. So listen to your heart. When your heart says, no, thank you. I don't have time to play games. This is not fun. I'm also hearing that too. If it is not fun, if you're not having a good time, you don't want to do it. Whether you are looking for something serious, whether you are looking for something fun, like if it is not a good time, I don't want to deal with it. Some of you are about to be a little bit more open in your relationships. Maybe you are seeking a third, or maybe somebody is reaching out to you to be a third. Maybe you are doing research on polyamorous relationships, having open relationships. This might even mean like maybe in the past you used to put all your eggs in one basket. And now you're like, actually, I want to see what happens. Let me see how I can manage dating more than one person. Okay. Now listen. Now, what was we talking about heavily towards the end and the beginning of the year? If you are cheating, it's going to come out. Now, y'all remember that. If you don't, go look. I think it started back in like October. If you were someone who cheated often in relationships, I'm seeing where you are finally like, you know what? I'm tired of fighting, and I'm actually just going to be open about what I need. I'm going to be more open about what it is that I need and be more honest versus causing so much pain and so much hurt. It's unnecessary. All this fighting, this isn't fun. All of this fighting. Because I'm hearing a conversation where it's just like, you could have just said something. And it's just like, what do you mean I could have just said something? We could have just talked about it. And da, 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 da. Just to come to find out that it would have been okay. It would have been okay. It would have been fine. We can have an open relationship. I'm also seeing this energy of people being more open to experimenting with things that they've been doing research on, wanting to have more, wanting to have a little bit more fun, wanting to be a little bit more free in their sexuality, free in their sensuality, free in relationships. So if that's your thing, hey, listen, talk to your partner. But you know what, though? Like, it's also this energy of, like, you're able to do this because of the work that you've done around communication. You're able to have these conversations because of your work around communication. You weren't able to communicate this clearly about what you wanted. You might have been, beating around the bush or, making some innuendos. Is that what it's called? I don't know what the word is called, but insinuating these things, but just not saying anything. So it's just like, actually, you know what? I'm just going to put this out there. Because this is what I need. This is what I need. This is where I'm headed. This is what I want to explore. And being ready to receive whatever you get from it. So it's not even like this blame of like, oh, like, you're not letting me. It's just like, okay, if you're not into it, then I'm okay with releasing this relationship. Again, like being very mature emotionally. These are very mature conversations. These are very grown-up conversations. This is you being able to listen. I'm also hearing Spirit say something too about like some of you are going to learn that before you can even go further with someone. Maybe y'all go on a first date, but now you're like, all right, I'm ready. We've been on a few dates or whatever. Like, I want to have sex with this person, or I want to take it to the next level, or I want to do, these things. Some of y'all are going to learn that you got to talk to your ancestors. You got to talk to your spirit guides. You have to pray for more guidance or more discernment, just so that you're not getting caught up, just so that you can see clearly. Some of you might get too caught up on that physical connection, in the physical, on what they look like on the outside. You get so caught up. Like, yes, this person might be beautiful. They might be gorgeous, hot, like drop dead, like undeniably attractive. But do you need to connect with them physically? Like, do you have to do that? And I'm hearing Spirit say some of you are going to start to recognize how strong these sexual ties can be. Okay? You're going to start to realize how much power certain people have to draw you in and make you do shit that you was not like, yo. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what happens. Y'all know, y'all know how you move when you get some good. You know what it's like. You know what it makes you do. But is that always healthy? And do you want to give all of that energy and all of that power to someone who doesn't really align with you? Even if it is only meant to be just, maybe y'all just having some fun. Maybe y'all keeping it real casual. There's nothing wrong with that. But is it aligned? Is it aligned? Maybe that's the season that you're in, exploring your sexuality. There's something wrong with that, but you still want to make sure that that energy is mutual. You want to make sure that energy is good. All right, everybody. I think that is all that I have for you for this week. Yeah, I think that is all that I have for you this week. If you want to join us during the after show, join the Patreon at patreon.com/conjuredxcoco, conjured by Coco. And I have openings for April if you are interested in booking a reading with me, okay? conjuredxcoco.me is that information. Peace out, everybody. See ya. Doing the after show.